Hello friends, welcome to our channel Studify Environment. Today the topic is National Ambient Air Quality Standards, that is NAAQS. So let's begin the video. So what is NAAQS standards? The mandate provided to the Central Pollution Control Board, that is CPCB, under the Air Prevention and Control of Pollution Act empowers it to set standards for the quality of air. Hence, the National Ambient Air Quality Standards were notified in November 2009 by the CPCB. Prior to this, India had set air quality standards in 1994, and this was later revised in 1998. Then, in 2009, standards further lowered the maximum permissible limits for pollutants and made the standards uniform across the nation or country. Earlier, stringent standards were prescribed for industrial zones as encompassed to residential areas as compared to residential areas. Okay, there are two type of time. First is annual arithmetic mean. That means you have to check only 104 times in a year. And second time is 24 hours or 8 hours or 1 hours. It depends on the type of pollutants you are taking. So there's about 98% of time in a year, at 2% of time they have exceeded the limits, but not on 2 consecutive days of monitoring. We will discuss about the chart. Here is the chart, that is National Ambient Air Quality Standards, which are given by CPCB. It encompasses of pollutants, time weighted average, concentration in industrial, residential, rural area, ecological sensitive, and its method of measurement. So you have to remember it. First gases, sulfur dioxide. It is measured in microgram per cubic meter. You have to remember their units also. So in annual, its concentration in ambient air is 50 and 20. 50 is for industrial, residential, rural areas, and 20 is for ecological sensitive areas. And for 24 hours, its concentration is 80, and for ecological sensitive area, its value is 80. And it is measured by improved Western Geek method and ultraviolet fluorescence methods. Okay. Next gas is nitrogen dioxide. It is also measured in microgram per cubic meter. Its annual concentration in industrial and ecological sensitive area is 40 and 30 respectively. For 24 hours, its value ranges in 80 and 80 for both the areas. It is measured in Jacob and Hedges method and Camille-Unsen method. Now, the third pollutant is PM10. Its annual concentration here is 60 and 60 for both the areas, that is industrial and ecological sensitive area. And for 24 hours, its concentration is 100 and 100 for both the areas respectively. It is measured by gravimetric method, TOEM method, and beta attenuation. Fourth type of gas or the pollutant is particulate matter 2.5. That means its size is less than 2.5 microns. It is also measured in microgram per cubic meter. Its annual range is 40 and 40 for industrial, residential, rural, and other areas, and ecologically sensitive area, that is notified by government respectively. For 24 hours, its concentration is 60 and 60 for both the areas respectively. It is measured by gravimetric TOEM beta attenuation as for PM10. Fifth gas is ozone. It is measured in microgram per cubic meter. First time it is measured in 8 hours and for 1 hours. It is not measured in annual basis. For 8 hours it is its concentration is 100 and 100, and for 1 hour its concentration is 180 and 180, and it measured in UV photometric method, chemiluminescence method, and chemical methods. Sixth is lead. It is also measured in microgram per cubic meter. For 24 for annual, it is zero point 0.5 and zero point 0.5 for both the industrial and ecological sensitive area, and for 24 hours it is 1 for both the areas respectively. It is measured by method of ASS, atomic absorption spectroscopy, and ICP, inductive coupled plasma method, and EDXRF, X-ray fluorescence using Teflon filter. So the next gas is carbon monoxide. It is measured in micro milligram per cubic meter. So mg per cubic meter, and you have to remember it that it is measured in mg per cubic meter. For 8 hours it is 2 and 2, and for 1 hour it is 4 and 4 mg per cubic meter. So it is measured by non-dispersive infrared spectroscopy and DIR spectroscopy. The eighth gas is ammonia. It is also measured in microgram per cubic meter, and for annual its value is 100 and 100, and for 24 hours its value is 400 and 400. And the method of chemiluminescence and indophenol blue method is used here. Ninth gas is benzene, that is C6H6. It is also measured in microgram per cubic meter, and we cannot measure in 24 hours. It is only measured in annual. So its value is 5 and 5, and it is measured by gas chromatography and adsorption and desorption followed by gas chromatography analysis. 10th gas is benzoapyrene, BAP. It is organic in nature and particulate phase, and it is measured in nanogram per cubic meter. It is very important to remember that benzoapyrene is measured in nanogram per cubic meter. So its unit you have to remember it. So in annual basis its value is 1 and 1 nanogram per cubic meter, and it is measured by solvent extraction followed by HPLC and GC analysis. 11th gas is arsenic. It is also measured in nanogram per cubic meter. Okay, so basically you have to remember the units also. In annual its value is 6 and 6 nanogram per cubic meter for both the areas respectively. It is measured by atomic absorption spectroscopy and ICP method using EPM 2000 or equivalent filter paper. And same for nickel, it is also measured in nanogram per cubic meter, and its annual range is 20 and 20 nanogram per cubic meter for both industrial and ecological sensitive area. And it is also measured by atomic absorption spectroscopy and inductive coupled plasma method after sampling on EPM 2000 or equivalent filter paper. So this is all for today. We have learned about the 12 pollutants that are given by Central Pollution Control Board. Thank you so much for watching the video. If you like it, please like, share, subscribe the channel. Bye bye, take care.